Hey guys, it's Joey from Joey's Magic Tarot coming back today for one of my daily tarot readings. I'm finding I just keep doing that same 9-card spread. It's just what flows naturally for me intuitively. I don't know if anybody watches this video, or if anybody watches the video and has a suggestion about the spreads that might work better. Let me know if the 9 cards are working or not. Maybe it's too many cards for a YouTube video. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I'm just going with the flow here, following my intuition. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, all that. I do go live every night on YouTube between 7 and 10 Central for casual tarot and community building for spiritual seekers. Also, guys, I'm still taking members for my Magicians Club, my Magicians Circle, my online tarot club. We launch on October 1st. With that subscription, you'll get a reading with me every month, as well as access to intuitive guidance, psychic guidance, mediumship. We're going to meet twice a month to study tarot and also manifest and build community together by joining forces and putting our intention on something. So this is going to be a great community of creators that are spiritually seeking, growing, changing, and we're coming together and building a wonderful community. Also, I'm on TikTok and Instagram as well. If you want to follow me at Joey's Magic Tarot, I could really use the support, and I appreciate all of it. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say to us today? First card is the Hangman. About patience, waiting, trying to see things from a different perspective. Like, this card has come up earlier in the week. This is a theme I'm seeing because, I like to look at, he's wearing blue, which shows that his heart, he's following the intuitive guidance of his heart center. Yellow around the head shows mental clarity, positive thinking. The gray all around him shows that he's waiting, he's in a transition period. Now, the guidance of the Hangman in tarot, this is a major arcana. The guidance of the Hangman is basically that, try to look at things from a different perspective. While you're in this period of waiting for something big to happen, what can you do in the moment? How can you look at this from a different perspective? How can you look at it, maybe say, all right, what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn in this situation? If I'm not supposed to do anything right now and I'm just supposed to hold back and wait? I know we have this pressure a lot of times, especially Americans. We have this pressure from the time we're born to the time we die. We have to do. But America was built a long time ago. We don't have to continue to build America. We're not the ones that had that fire and passion to build the country. The country's established. But this idea that we have to work like dogs for every little thing we have is not true. That's just not the way that the world really should be functioning. So Hangman is saying, stop. Pause a minute, don't do anything, don't try to force things, don't work, just take a rest, wait things out, and try to look at things from a different perspective. This is whatever it is that popped in your mind first, that's what this guidance is telling you to wait on. Next card after you is the Fool, another major arcana. So before you take that big step, jump off the cliff, just wait a second, wait and make sure that you're doing the right thing for you. Don't jump off the cliff to try to do something that's not really anything that you were meant to do. You know what I mean? Don't be the fool, but you're going in the wrong direction. I've definitely done the fool and been in the wrong direction with things that really were not meant for me. Okay, though, because everything's a learning, everything's a lesson anyway. Everything leads you to where you're supposed to be anyway. There's nothing really lost in life. But again, surrounded by yellow, good, clear, positive energy. But before you leap off the cliff, just make sure that you're doing this thing for you. Before you take that big chance in life, before you risk it all, make sure it's something you really want to do. Make sure you are truly following your guidance and your intuitive, and following your heart and your intuitive guidance. Seek your higher mind, seek your higher self, meditate, get alone with it, and then jump off the cliff. And if people come at you with discouragement, shit like, oh, it's going to take a long time to do that. Oh, things take time. You got to build slow. I don't believe things take time. I don't believe things need to be built slow. I don't believe we need to wait like that. If there are people on this planet that, overnight things happen for them, that overnight energy can happen for you too. Now, yeah, we do put work in behind the scenes for years for the overnight to happen. But the bottom line is, when you jump off that cliff and you go for that thing, you follow your heart, you follow your passion, you follow the thing that lights you up in life, you can't go wrong. Because that's your intuitive guidance. That's your soul guiding you to your soul's path. Why are you on earth? To do this thing, whatever it is that you're thinking of. For me, it's diving headfirst into spiritual teaching and tarot and putting myself on 3 social media apps, trying to engage with as many people as I can. I mean, people think I'm crazy and bonkers for this shit, but you know what? I'm having a blast at it, so I'm enjoying my life right now. Actually, my life is the best I think it's ever been in my life. This is the best time of my life. I feel more free. I feel more happy. I feel more abundant. I feel more grateful than ever. And for people, if they looked at my life from the outside in, they might see a lot of things that aren't working, but I'm looking way beyond that. I'm looking at the life lessons in these struggles. I'm looking at the life lessons in the things that didn't work out. I'm looking at the life lessons, and I'm looking at this whole period of time in my life where I'm in this chrysalis, where I'm in this cocoon, where I'm just sort of isolated from everybody. You know, not really many friends, just like a place of just true isolation. It's like my soul picked me up, put me in this little cave. My apartment is even more like a cave. It's a very interior apartment, not much outside space at all. My higher self, my soul, picked me up from the craziness and the bullshit life I was living, plopped me in this apartment, had my ex break my heart and leave me here, and I was able to then find who I am. I used to think that shit was cliche, absolutely cliche. I'm going to find myself. I used to think, oh please, these people are so fucking stupid. But no, they're right. So many of us, we really don't know who we are. We really truly don't know who we are or what we want. We just know what we've been told, what education in America has told us, public school, private school, it's all the same fucking thing. What the school systems have told us, what the government has told us, what our parents have been ingrained to tell us. It's this endless cycle where if you're not one of the haves already, you're gonna see your life in a have-not position, America's caste system, where if you're born poor, you pretty much stay poor, unless you can somehow break free from that matrix. The idea that you just, born, get a job, pay taxes, and die. No, I'm breaking free from that. You know what I mean? That stuff is gone. And so when I had this time in this apartment these past 4 years to really get to know myself and figure out who the hell is Joey? What does he want? Why am I here? My awakening started happening. And I found true inner joy, peace, and happiness. Is life perfect? No, life is not perfect. Life is never ending, is a never ending lesson to be learned. But also, it's what you make of it. Spilling that cup of coffee 2 seconds after pouring it, you decide, is it a good thing or a bad thing? These are silly life lessons I've had to learn. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here with some spiritual teaching, but this is how it's worked for me. Letting go of the control of everything. Okay, so the coffee spilled, so the order that was delivered to your door was wrong. Okay, so that thing you thought would work out didn't work out. Are they good or bad? No, it's what I make of those situations. When I got to the point where I could relax enough, I guess it's more like Buddhism, when I could relax enough to say, all right, the coffee spilled. Okay, my cat jumped off the cabinet above the toilet bowl, knocked off the cup of coffee that was on the sink as I'm standing there brushing my teeth. The mug broke. It was my favorite mug with the letter J on it for Joey. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I laughed at it in the moment and thought, Teddy, you're crazy. It's just a stupid friggin' mug. Who cares? It's like those kind of things. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I'm just kind of speaking about my life. And so, yeah, I'm in a full moment right now. But that full moment came out of years of being purposely isolated so that I could get to know me, that I could get to know my higher self, that I could find love for myself. And literally, my consciousness and my mind opened up to the ways of the world. And I found so much freedom in that. And you know what? This is a moment in time that I will look back on one day with fondness and gratitude. It's been hard, it's been lonely, it's been a battle. But this is exactly what I needed. This led me to my full moment, jumping off that cliff with reckless abandon, knowing that I will take care of me, that the universe has my back, that God is with me, that I myself, little old Joey from Queens, New York City, is created from the light and love of God. And I am a fractal of that light and love. And I'm just as deserving as every other person on this planet. No one is better than me. No one is worse than me. I'm no better than anyone, and I'm no worse than anyone. We are all one. We are all equal. Now, watch out for overworking, trying to make that thing happen. You're pushing, grabbing those wands, struggling to get them up the hill. The good news is the 10 of Wands shows that you're at the end of that period where you feel like you have to work so hard. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you've labored, you've shown the universe that you mean business, you've given it your all, you've worked like a dog to get to this place. And now look, you're following your intuition. You're taking those 10 wands, you're taking all that work and you're following your intuition, going where you need to go. You're carrying those wands, they're heavy, it's a burden, but you're getting the work done. You're completing that 10 of Wands cycle. 10 is the number of completion. 10 is also my favorite number. I'm born on November 10th. I'm a Scorpio. Okay, what else do we need to know? So far, again, it's about work. It's about pursuing things. It's about putting yourself out there. This can apply to work. This can apply to anything, but because it's wands, wands relate to work. Wands are fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm going to say that this is related to work, to career, to money, to manifestation, to building the life of you want. How do we build the life we want? We think we need money. We think we need money, but do we really need money the way we think? And what is money these days? Is it the cash in my wallet that I rarely have? No, it's like ones and zeros. It's binary code on a computer. Nothing is actually transferred from one bank to another other than just 10:10 on the clock. Nothing's actually transferred from one bank to another. When I pay for a delivery from Uber, what's actually going out of the bank? Nothing. It's literally nothing but energy. It's just me. It's me. Someone telling me you have this much money in your bank, and me going, okay, I have that much money in my bank. You have this much money to spend. Okay, I have that much money to spend. Then Uber says you owe us this much money. I say, okay, I owe Uber this much money, and I send it over to them. But nothing's actually going back and forth. It's just energy. And if you can convince yourself that you're deserving of it, that you are wealthy, that money is yours, that you are money, money is you, because money is nothing but energy. It's a manifestation of energy. It's an exchange of energy. I'll give this to you, you give this to me. And trust me, guys, in the very near future, money as we know it will be gone. And it will be humans giving and receiving of one another in a harmonious way, like a utopia. We're entering the age of Aquarius, guys. Trust me, I never thought I'd be the hippy-dippy person I am now at 45. Although, in the back of my mind, I kind of always saw myself coming to this place in life, like living in a beach house, kind of house you walk into, it's like lots of colors, bohemian style, wind chimes, crystals in the window, what do you call them? What guys, wind, sun catchers, dream catchers, all that stuff. Look, guys, I got the beads. I'm very much hippie now. Look at this. Now, below the Hangman is the Magician. You have the pure positive energy. You have that wand. You can do it, guys. Look, I actually have a literal wand. You can do that. As above, so below. You can manifest the life of your dreams, guys. Infinity symbol shows that the abundance that the Magician can manifest is infinite. And there's no limit, guys. There's no limit. If Jeff Bezos can start Amazon from his garage, from his fucking garage, selling books, packaging them himself. I remember when he was first on Oprah Winfrey, his first appearance on Oprah, when he looked like a regular schmo. And he just had this idea to ship books. And he created Amazon. And look what Amazon is today. Look at what Amazon is today. And you're going to tell me that you and I can't do what we want to do? I don't want to be a billionaire. I really don't. That's not something I strive to be. Do I want millions? Do I want to know what it's like to have the experience of knowing that there's millions in my bank account at any given time for me to do anything I want in the world? Yes, I want that experience. Do I want to be a billionaire? No. Do I want to be a businessman like that? Not really. I want to teach people spiritually. I want to be hippy-dippy, float around the world, love people, be in communion, and just have enough, have more than enough that I can do those big things I've always wanted to do in life. Bottom line is, guys, this is below the Hangman saying, hang on, wait a minute. You're manifesting, and your manifestation may take some time. Now look at what's happening from a different perspective, because you are the Magician. You've balanced the fire, the water, the air, the earth, and now you have the ability to take what's above, your thoughts, your consciousness, your ideas, and manifest them below what is on earth. Now this can be practical manifestation, guys. The Magician doesn't just, we're not Samantha from Bewitched, move our nose and boop, something appears. No, we're not at that stage yet in humanity, in development, in the consciousness of the world. We are on the stage, though, where if you have an idea in your mind, you can bring it to life. You may have to put some action steps to it, do a course, learn something, reach out to somebody for help, say, hey, you have a 3D printer, I have this idea for like a little product. Can you print it for me? Reaching out to people that do print things, getting help, Fiverr, whatnot. You can manifest as above, so below. You can bring those things from your mind into the 3D world with a little bit of action steps, knowing that you are the Magician and you have the magic within. That's why my whole channel is based on magic. Which makes sense, because when I was a kid, I was fascinated with magic. I read a book about, what's his name? Oh my God, his name completely slipped my mind. Houdini, when I was a kid. Another major arcana, 4 major arcana out of 5 cards. The Moon card. This is below the Fool. This is saying, figure out those things that are going to sabotage you as you're on your fool's journey. Figure them out now. Let the moon energy shine a spotlight in the darkness to highlight those areas in your life that hold you back, those thought patterns, those behaviors, the way you treat people, the resentment you hold. Guys, I'll tell you the truth, honestly. This morning in a time meditation, I had a revelation about some resentment that I was holding, that I had no idea I was holding it. And I said a prayer and I let it go, and I feel the release in it. Nothing's wasted. Nothing is wasted. Nothing's gone. Everything that happens in our life is for a reason. Everything is for us to learn. There is no good or bad. It's what you make of it. I can look at this program I did and say, did they mess up? Did I not get the best guidance from them? Or I could say, I learned as much as I could learn from them. And even in the mistakes that were made, I could still take what I learned and do something incredible for it. I was able to let that resentment go and move on because it's holding me back. I could feel it holding me back. And I don't want to be held back by that because I'm not mad at anybody. We're all always doing the best we can at any given time. I truly believe that. Even if I was given some bad advice or not the best advice, and maybe I wasn't quite prepared to get out there and start pitching, in whatever field it's in. I won't say too much because people might see the video, but even if I wasn't given the best advice and I got some guidance that was, a little off track, that's okay. That's okay. By me rehashing that over and over again, I'm telling the universe, give me more disappointment like that. Give me more rejections. Give me more companies ignoring me when I pitch to them. And so I let that whole thing go. Now that is moon work. That's shadow work. That's the moon energy. I always say that the sun illuminates everything, but the moon is like a spotlight that only illuminates some things. Because when you're outside and it's dark out and the moon is shining, you can't see everything, but you can see some things. And the moon will highlight those areas in your life that are holding you back. And for me, it was that resentment. Another one was just, a couple of days ago, watching a video from Brian Scott. His channel is Brian Scott 1111. His podcast is Reality Revolutions. He's my favorite spiritual teacher. I found Brian Scott's channel like almost immediately after my spontaneous awakening, March 21st, 2021. And I've been watching his channel ever since. Every day I watch his video. Every single day I watch the video he posts daily. And I've watched his other videos, his nighttime affirmations, his activations, his meditations. I've watched and listened to his voice so much. The sound of Brian's voice, and I'm instantly in a meditative state. I've listened to his voice so much. He's a wonderful teacher. But he did this video about resentment, how resentment can block you from manifesting from the things you want to come in because you're reliving that same moment over and over again. And by reliving that same moment over and over again, you're sending out that same frequency, that same thing to the universe saying, you're tuning the dial saying, send me more of that station where people reject me. Send me more of that station where people disappoint me. Send me more of that station. It's like you're tuning to a radio station. Send me more of that station where, it's a big disappointment and I'm let down by professionals. And you know what? I let it go, guys. I just had to let it go. I had to let it go. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this whole thing that I was working on all this past year and a half. I let it go. I let that resentment go. Another resentment I let go was for my parents, guys. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. Desperately wanted to be an actor. For real, desperately wanted to be an actor. Forgive me, but when Home Alone came out, I was not the biggest fan of the star of that movie. He's exactly my age. A little bit younger than me. I was quite jealous of him because he's also from New York, and I thought he was actually not the best actor in the world. At 11, I thought he's not the best actor. Two of my brothers tease me about that. They point out every year how much I hate that movie and how jealous I was of Mr. Culkin. I'll admit it. Listen, I was 11 years old, guys. I was a kid. And so, yeah, I desperately wanted to act, but I was never brought to an acting lesson. Never brought to an audition. A lot of times I was told I would be brought to an audition. My dad was going to bring home the newspaper to show me where the auditions were. I would look at Keisha Knight Pulliam on the Cosby Show and think, how is she on that show? Kids on Reading Rainbow. I'd be like, how are those kids on Reading Rainbow? I want to be on TV like them. How do I do that? And unfortunately, my parents just were not in the place where they were going to even attempt to do that for me. And you know what, guys? I had to just let it go. How silly, right? But the inner child in me was really wounded by that because I really, really wanted to be a performer. And I was never given the chance. But at the same time, the more I rehash that, the more I relive that, the more the universe is sending me more of that disappointment. I let it go. My parents did the best they could. I let it go. And the truth be told, if I wanted to pursue a career in acting right now, I absolutely could. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up with just one more card because today I got a little wrapped up with just me sharing, just teaching and things like that. Look at this, yeah. Now below that ten of Wands is the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, Hangman is saying, look at these things. Look at the situation here from a different perspective. You are the Magician. The Fool is saying to work on the Moon energy and figure out what's going to hold you back on your journey before you jump off the cliff. And the Ten of Wands is saying, brother, sister, you've done the work. You've done the work. You've taken back your power financially. The number 8 is the number of wealth. The number 8 is the number of taking back your power and standing up for yourself, things like that. Surrounded by gray shows that he's in a waiting period. These finances, these pentacles are being hammered to the tree. They're secure, they're solid, they're not going anywhere. This is worker bee energy. And the Ten of Wands is saying you've done the work and now reap the rewards. Eight of Pentacles, you are taking back your power financially. Because you did the moon work, you healed your money mindset, and you tapped into your magician energy. You can manifest anything you want on this planet. Guys, that's what I have for you today. Let me pull one more card. I'm gonna pull a card from this Clarifying Life Situations just to get an oracle message for us. Just to remind you guys, I'm going live every night on YouTube at between 7 and 10 Central. Come hang out with us for some casual tarot community. I offer a single card read for free to anybody that comes to my live. Okay, this one was flipped over, so we're gonna go with this one. Okay, Oceans of Possibilities, or Ocean of Possibilities. Navigate through the boundless ocean of possibilities, where horizons whisper of untold opportunities and plentiful paths. There you go, guys. Ocean of Opportunities. Wonderful card to get. The other one says, Embrace Potential. Explore an abundance of opportunities with an open mind. Answers reveal limitless horizons for your journey. Wonderful, wonderful cards to get today. This was a great reading, guys. Remember, you are the magician, and you've done the work. You've jumped off that cliff as the fool, and you're going to come into that place of secure finances with that Eight of Pentacles. All right, guys, this is Joey from Joey's Magic Tarot. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for sharing. I really appreciate it. And just one quick reminder, I'm still taking subscribers for my Magician Circle, which launches on October 1st. It's going to be a wonderful private community for manifestation, learning how to use tarot on a daily basis, you know, all kinds of new age talk, community building, things like that. And it comes with a reading with me. So if you sign up for 3 months in advance, you get a 20% discount. And then before every month starts, you get a one-on-one reading with me through Zoom or on a phone call, things like that. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. And remember, you have the magic within.